subscribe to the channel and hit the like button for more engaging content. And as a film enthusiast, I often find myself pondering the intersection of Western and sci-fi genres. The movie Cowboys and Aliens was a unique attempt at blending these two styles, but it didn't quite break even at the box office. Despite this, it remains one of the more intriguing Westerns of recent times. The Western genre has been a cornerstone of cinema since its inception. From Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy to its contemporary interpretations, it's clear that Western films have significantly shaped the cinematic world. This influence often results in Western movies receiving substantial financial support, making them among the most costly productions in film history. In some cases, the budget for a Western can match the scale of the movie itself. However, a substantial budget doesn't necessarily guarantee a quality film or commercial success. Some high-budget Westerns have had a tremendous impact on the genre and were hugely successful, while others, despite their large budgets, flopped at the box office and have been largely forgotten. The Horse Whisperer, directed by Robert Redford, is a modernized interpretation of the Western genre. The film tells the story of a young woman who endures a partial amputation after a horse riding accident. In search of healing, both emotionally and physically, for her daughter, her mother looks towards Tom Brucker, a renowned horse whisperer. The film boasts an adjusted budget of around $115 million and managed to garner moderate success at the box office. The Alamo, directed by John Wayne, is a grand and groundbreaking Western film for its time. The movie recounts the momentous Battle of the Alamo from 1836 between Mexico and the Republic of Texas. The making of this film was an enormous undertaking involving the construction of a nearly full-size replica of the Alamo mission specifically for shooting purposes. The production's authenticity was widely applauded, yet despite receiving 7 Academy Award nominations, it failed to connect with audiences as strongly as director John Wayne anticipated. The Alamo, directed by Robert Rodriguez, is a reinterpretation of John Wayne's 1960 film. The 2004 version aimed for a fresh perspective compared to the original, focusing on a realistic portrayal of the Battle of the Alamo. The film offers an intimate look into the lives and characters of historical figures like Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie. Despite high expectations, the grand production fell short at the box office with an inflation-adjusted budget of approximately $130 million. Wyatt Earp, directed by Lawrence Kasdan, is one of the most extensive portrayals of the famous U.S. lawman ever made. And the film tells the story of Wyatt Earp's life from his days as a rancher to his role in the legendary gunfight at the OK. And Corral knew the adjusted value of Wyatt Earp's movie budget is approximately $145 million. But various factors hindered its success at the box office. The Revenant, directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu, presents a truly a truly distinctive perspective within the Western genre. The film chronicles the real-life ordeal of Hugh Glass, a trapper who was abandoned by his companions following a bear attack. Determined to survive, Glass embarks on a grueling journey through harsh wilderness, driven by the desire for retribution against those who had left him for dead. The modern day budget for the film The Revenant amounts to approximately $151 million. Heaven's Gate, directed by Michael Cimino, is renowned more for the tragic production incidents rather than the movie itself. The film tells the story of the Johnson County War, a strife and subsequent conflict between wealthy landowners and European settlers in 1890s Wyoming. The production costs skyrocketed to around $163 million in today's money, and the film's director faced criticism for his demanding directing style. Rango, directed by Gore Verbinski, presents an intriguing twist as it's an animated tale centered around the character Rango, who unwittingly ends up in the dusty town of Dirt. The film delves into profound themes of self-discovery and acceptance, while concurrently offering an engaging narrative about a chameleon with quick draw skills. The estimated cost of the film Rango is around $180 million when accounting for inflation. Home on the Range, produced by Disney, served as a farewell tribute to 2D animation, marking the studio's impending transition to 3D. The film tells the story of a band of farmyard animals headed by a cow named Maggie, who unite in an attempt to save their home from closure. The homemade animation and numerous musical scenes resulted in Home on the Range having an estimated budget of approximately $194 million. Cowboys and Aliens, directed by Jon Favreau, represented a daring effort to merge the styles of traditional Western and science fiction into an entertaining blockbuster hit. The film tells the story of an outlaw suffering from amnesia and a wealthy rancher who join forces to rescue a group of town residents who have been taken by aliens. The impressive ensemble of actors in the movie, combined with its spectacular special effects and thrilling action scenes, resulted in a production cost of approximately $220 million when accounting for inflation. The Lone Ranger, directed by Gore Verbinski, is likely not an exaggeration to say that many people are familiar with due to its well-known box office failure. The film tells the story of a new version of the Lone Ranger, casting Armie Hammer in the lead role and Johnny Depp as his Native American companion, Tonto. The high costs associated with delays, retakes, grand sets, train sequences, and abundant special effects pushed the budget of The Lone Ranger to an astonishing $294 million, making it the most expensive Western ever made. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.